Guys, hope you all doing well. Today I got a Void Titan build for you today that will give you your super in give or take 30 seconds or so. It's very insane. It involves using two of my favorite exotics in the game, the Monte Carlo and actually the Doomfang Pauldron, which I never expected to really use, but I've been using it more recently and it's really good. As you saw there, you get huge chunks of super energy back when you get a Void melee kill. This works with shield throw and shield bash. It's just really good for stuff like this, you know, low level content, even high level content with shield bash. Honestly, you can use this build with shield bash and be just fine. But I just like using shield throw in this playlist because you get over shield and there's just plenty of enemies to get your super back. Anyway, here's the build. Alright guys, for our subclass, we're going to be using Sentinel Shield actually. Ward of Dawn also is a very good choice here. You can just spam these pretty much with this build. But actually Sentinel Shield has been kind of growing on me a little bit. It's really fun. Plus with our exotic, you get an extra Sentinel Shield throw, which is nice. For our barricade, you can actually use Towering or Rally. I'm going to use Rally because of the shorter cooldown. Strafe Lift because it's, you know, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. And so for the melee, you can either use shield throw or shield bash. Both of them are very good actually. When you get a kill, you don't even have to get a kill. When you hit something with your shield throw, you're going to get over shield, which with one of our aspects will increase your melee damage, which is why I was using it. But shield bash is also very, very good because it suppresses targets, which means they won't be able to really do anything. They just kind of stand there and look at you all like, what the hell did you do to me, man? But you also get over shield if you get a final kill with this. So, you know, either one is very good. Shield throw is just nice for more range options. Vortex grenade, I think it's the best grenade. Everyone uses this one. For aspects, you're using offensive bulwark. So this one states while you have an overshield or are inside Ward of Dawn, your grenade recharges significantly faster. You have increased melee range and damage, which is the big one for us. And melee final blows extend the duration of your overshield. And you also get an additional shield throw while in Sentinel Shield, so that's very good. And then next one is Bastion. You cast your super to grant overshield to nearby allies, and casting your barricade grants overshield to yourself and nearby allies, and empowers it, enabling to slowly regenerate the overshield of allies bunkering behind it and extend their overshield duration. So these two paired together is very good because with Bastion, you're always going to have overshield, which means your melee is going to always do more damage. You could probably run Controlled Demolition if you want for those volatile explosions for more healing and stuff. Honestly, that might be a good option too. And for the fragments, I have final blows when surrounded by combatants grant super energy, so just more super energy on top of the insane we're already getting. I don't know if this stacks super well or not, but this is just the one I have on. And the next one, melee final blows grant grenade energy. You know, you're always going to be using your melee anyway. Why not have some grenades, you know? And then last one, Echo of Leeching. Melee final blows start health regeneration for you and nearby allies. So a little bit of health, a little bit of resistance right there, or resilience, I mean. But there's a bunch of other ones you could use that work very well with this build, like any of these really. As for the weapons and the actual exotics, the real bread and butter of this build is going to be Monte Carlo and Doomfang Pauldron together, because with Monte Carlo, you're always going to have your melee energy no matter what, which means you're always going to be able to get insane super energy when you get a melee kill. Monte Carlo has always been one of my favorite exotics. Since I started playing this game about like 8 months ago or so, Monte Carlo was like my first exotic, and it's just been one of my favorites like ever since. It's just so fun. And then Doomfang Pauldron, which I wasn't expecting to really like that much, but it states Void melee kills give super energy. While Sentinel Shield is active, melee kills recharge shield throw, which extends your super on hits. And as you saw in the gameplay earlier, it just gives you a huge, massive chunk of super energy every time you get a Void melee kill, which is insane. For the actual armor mods themselves, on your helmet you're gonna have, I have a double hands-on and one ashes to assets, because why not? For the arms, I have two heavy-handed. You know, you're gonna be making hella orbs of power with this build as well, because every time you get a melee kill, you get super energy and you get orbs of power, which is very nice. For the chest, just whatever resist mods you want. I'd recommend some melee damage resist just cause. And then for the legs, 2 invigorations I have on, reduces melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. So get a melee kill, you generate an orb of power, you pick that orb of power up and your melee cooldown gets reduced. Very good. Kinetic weapon surge on because Monte Carlo is a kinetic weapon, so just more damage with that. And also Monte Carlo gives you more damage if you get more melee kills too, so just Monte Carlo does some pretty good damage. And for the class item, yeah, I have 2 outreaches on and 1 reaper, because you're gonna be using your barricade all the time, so why not get an extra orb of power afterwards, you know, with your Monte Carlo. And the outreach just reduces melee cooldown when you use your barricade, so it all synergizes pretty well. And that's pretty much the gist of the build. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also just a fun build to mess around with. Like I said, you can use shield bash if you want. It also is very good for higher level content. But yeah, hope you guys give this a try, and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Talk to you later.